Hi there, my name is Stuart Aitken and I've been a trainer since 2012 and I currently work for a company called Lift the Bar that provides education for personal trainers. Now if you're anything like me and your time as a personal trainer, you've probably lost your fair share of clients, which is completely normal. Now, after you've lost those clients, you probably find yourself thinking, why did they leave? Was it something to do with my service? Was it something to do with not getting results? Was it something to do with something I just don't know about? Did they not value things? Was it too expensive? You ask yourself these questions. In 2017, I wanted to answer this question. So I sent out a survey to our members at Lift the Bar, which they then sent out to their personal training clients to ask them about client retention. Now we discovered a few things within this survey, but the main thing that I want to focus in on here is one of the reasons that clients tend to leave personal trainers. Because within this survey, one of the things that we asked was if you'd had a personal trainer before, and if they ticked yes, we then asked them to give the reasons why they ended up leaving their trainer. So for example, some of the reasons that we were given here, which was over 200 responses, so it was quite a comprehensive survey in terms of results. One of the reasons that we were given was to do with not feeling that they had a connection with their trainer, not feeling like there was anything beyond the kind of transactional relationship of things, that they didn't really get on with them. One of the other reasons that we were given was to do with not getting results or not getting results quick enough. Another reason was to do with providing or experiencing an unprofessional service with the trainer. And one of the other reasons, which is where I want to focus my time on today within the video, was to do with the client finding the training session boring or not enjoying it or not having enough variety within the personal training sessions, feeling like it was regimented, that type of thing. So what I want to do here is give you some ways that you can keep variety within your sessions while also ensuring that you are providing enough repetition within your sessions to actually get your clients to where they want to get to, and ensuring we're keeping things like progressive overload in place. Now, the first thing I'll say here is it's key that you take a client-centered approach to this, and that some clients will come to you and they're more than happy to have basically the same session consistently for weeks or months on end. But this isn't the case for a lot of personal training clients. They actually want what Eric Cressy, the renowned coach from Cressy Sports Performance, calls randomness, which is essentially where we provide some degree of variety within our training sessions. Now, one of the ways that I like to provide a bit of variety within my sessions is just to spice up the warm-up and spice up the finisher that I provide. One of the finishers I really like providing my clients is I take an upper body exercise, a lower body exercise, a core exercise, and some kind of cardio exercise, and do them back to back in a kind of circuit format. So for example, it could be a push-up, a reverse lunge, a hollow body hold, and a star jump or a modified burpee or a burpee or on the spot running. So you get those nice 4 exercises there. One of the other ways that I like to change things up and provide a bit of variety within sessions is I like to use a slightly different piece of equipment. So for example, if I would usually use a dumbbell for just normal rows, I could change it to using a band, whereas if we twist it over like this and we hold on to one side, so we're splitting it in half, we stand on one side of the band and then row it up, so we're doing our nice single arm row. We can get a slightly different stimulus and it provides a bit of variety for the client. It feels very different to them, but really we know it's an identical exercise. Just provides a bit of randomness within the session and changes things up a bit for the client. One of the other ways I like to try and provide a bit of variety within my sessions is to use something called filler exercises. So for example, if you had a session tomorrow and you were doing squats with your client as the first exercise, barbell squats or goblet squats, whatever kind of squat it was, and rather than just resting, what I would do is give the client, let's say, an upper body mobility exercise, like a thoracic rotation. Or if the client wanted to work on, let's say they liked working on their core, they like that feeling that they get through doing core exercise, I might give them a squat and then a plank variation, maybe a single arm shoulder tap like this. Something simple that just provides a bit of active rest for the client, and it improves and increases density throughout the session so they're getting a bit more work done. And the nice thing about filler exercises is you can really change them. You can change them up. You could do a plank variation one week, you could do a hollow body hold the next week, you could do a pal off press the next week. It's okay to vary things like that because it's not the main chunk of the session, and this feels like variety to the client. One of the final ways that I like to change things up a bit within the session for the clients is just to mix up the sets and reps. So if you usually tend to program like 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, maybe go for higher rep ranges and lower sets. So do 2 sets of 20 to 30 reps. Very different stimulus for the client, very different feel. You could also do something like 4 sets of 5 to 7 reps. You're hitting that slightly strength threshold. So there's a few things within there, guys, that I hope you find useful. That means that when you walk into your next session, if you have a client who fits more of that randomness side and likes to have some variety in their sessions, you can provide that for them and hopefully mean that you retain your clients for longer.